In his letter on care for our common home, Pope Francis says, "We are faced not with two separate crises, one environmental and the other social, rather with one large, complex crisis, which is both social and environmental." The problem we face today is a problem of frozen hearts, coupled with the sense of isolation that stems from our hallucination of separateness from ourselves, each other, and the planet. I have embarked on a research on this subject, and I would like to share with you my findings from a recent visit to an exemplary community in India, the lovely organic state of Sikkim. In my recent visit to Pakyong, a rural town in Sikkim, I wondered, how does a state with just about 600,000 people spread over a tough mountainous terrain become fully organic? The least populated state in India, located amidst the Himalayas. People in Sikkim smile a lot. They are warm, happy people, content with their minimalist lifestyles, which by default makes their homes eco-friendly. Old rugs and furniture are repaired as needed and still serve the basic purpose of providing a space to sit. Some still have earthen cook stoves in their houses, along with a variety of farm animals like hens, goats, dogs, cows. The rich flora and fauna of the land extends to most households, which mostly have the space to tend to them as well. Owing to this immersion in nature, the people of Sikkim seem to come across as grounded and in deep connection with their roots. The connection of the people with other members of the community runs deep and makes for a harmonious living environment. That was the most inclusive living setup I had ever witnessed. Integral to the conversations was deep listening, which was natural and provided for without any prior training by all parties. Care is generally a term that people live by, offering guests the very best, going out of their way to accommodate them and make them comfortable. This sense of care extends to how the people engage with their land, the state of Sikkim. The sense of shared ownership is seen when people are plugging as they walk, stopping by to give passers-by a lift to the next stop. Starting with children early on, even as they walk long distances to school. Starting at one doorstep, joined by the next child en route, then the next, kids remain fit while learning to stick together for the purpose of reaching school. It is these kind of connections that form a society that is safe. Crime, hence, is unheard of. I was told primarily because everyone knows everyone else. People are happy and content in their spaces and make their lives colorful by coloring their homes instead of collecting items they don't need. Those who own land do not desire to build palaces and live in them. Instead, they desire to build something that is of relevance to the state, with the aim of leaving behind a legacy, something for their future generations to remember them by. All in all, by way of integrating compassionate practices into their daily lives and being deeply rooted to the earth, the people of Sikkim have established themselves as an embodiment of Avalokiteshvara, the compassionate one. Let us revisit the 6 paramitas. I witnessed all of them. Generosity, giving compassionate support to those who need it. Virtue, directing principled compassion towards all beings. Patience, being fully in the present moment. Wholeheartedness, showing up with energy and determination. Concentration, non-aggression, and serenity. And finally, wisdom, the power of discernment and the presence of compassion. It is possible that this is a one-off case. It is possible that there is no correlation between compassion and inclusive communities that are built on sustainable living principles. It is also possible that the dialogue of climate change is really about our quest for awakening compassion